Welcome back, heroes, to another one. We are back over here in Ascension. Wow. We are leveling up our Necromancer this time. Let's see, what quests do we have here? It wants us to go way over here. We're actually going to go do Mirror Lake, and then we'll run over here. It also wants us to go and do a bunch of stuff there in Stormwind, but I'm not really gonna do that one yet. So let's see, last time we played this guy we had hit level 10 and we went Frost. We don't quite have the ability to go into dungeons yet. We could try doing some PvP. I'm not sure how well that would work out, or even how fast we could potentially level doing that. I mean, we could always give it a try, I suppose. Okay, we didn't pick any of those. That. It's weird that these first 3 buckets, for whatever reason, insta-respawn. None of the other buckets do this. There we go. Ooh. I like the color change. It used to not have that green aura on it when you would do that, so that's cool. Alright, let's mount up, get out of here. But yeah, it normally didn't have that. Okay.
Good day to you. See you later.
I don't understand why I'm not able to pick up the Hogger quest. Unless this is like a level 12 or 13 quest. And I don't think so. Alright, well, we're headed out to guard Thomas anyway. Not really. Let's see. So I haven't really started to look at the skills here to figure out which one's going to be our primary. Like we did with the Ranger, where we figured out what our primary skill was going to be, I have not done that with the Frost Necro yet. So there is a probability that starting out we are not, I mean, it's a pretty high probability, but I don't have a, I won't have the ability to
You need something?
know what we're doing yet.
For the alliance.
Because I don't know what our go-to skill is going to be. I do know that we want AoE damage. Just like any build, you really want to try and get skills that will work well for AoE and single target. I didn't see the RE'(S) on there. I just saw the '(S) and ELM, and my brain went Elmo's task. Yeah, so I mean, Arctic Blast seems like it's gonna be good. Ice Barrage seems like it could be really good. Simply because, like, Ice Barrage, blast an enemy for 46 frost damage and generate a stack of Glacial Shift. Glacial Shift increases the cost of Ice Barrage by 5 and the damage by 5% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 8 times. So this thing can get retarded expensive very quickly. Oops. Hold on. There we go. So it can get expensive very quickly, but then on top of that, it says 2 or more stacks. Ice Barrage cleaves up to 3 enemies. So, and it costs runic power. It does not cost mana. So our mana is this top bar up here. This is our runic energy. Runic energy, if you play retail WoW, that is the same as what your Death Knight uses to cast its skills. So it's that particular skill can get pretty expensive. Then we've got Arctic Blast. Arctic Blast can do a ton of damage. Hurl a massive shard at an enemy, dealing 132 frost damage and draining 30% of your missing runic power. This has a 15-second cooldown, so maybe if we can get that on a lesser of a cooldown, or find a way to make it instant cast, like the Pyromancer skills can do.
Great day now.
You know, I'm not 100% sure. So we have to kind of look into it. I'm hoping at some point to be able to talk with somebody who's built all of these classes and knows all of these classes very well. I'm hoping to talk to somebody that, you know, we can, you know, over Discord or whatever, and go through it and be like, okay, this is a good ability, that's a terrible ability, this is a good ability. Because here shortly, this game's gonna go live, you know, and I would love to be able to show the mod creators, like, hey, look, I know you guys are looking at data from all across the board, but here's what people are actually saying about this class that isn't just, ooh, please make us more powerful.
For the alliance.
You know, the primary concern that a lot of people have about these classes is the fact that
Light bless you.
on this side of the tree, we have to put so many points in crap that does not help this build at all. And this is for every class. Every class has this problem right now. This side of the tree has so much stuff that does not benefit you in any way that it's just like, why bother? Why worry about putting points on that side of the tree? You might get some survivability and movability, or mobility rather. But outside of that, you're not getting anything you need. You're not getting any increase to skills whatsoever. You're not getting any damage output. Sometimes that's not the case. The Ranger has a couple that increases damage, but I think it had like 3, maybe 4 skills out of the entire tree. The rest of the tree was 100% just go do this, and this, you know, like get mobility and get survivability skills. And as a Ranger, if my goal is to be in a dungeon or in a group, yeah, I need to have some survivability skills. that way the healer is not having to do all the work. You know what I mean? So it's frustrating when 90% of the skills that I can get on one side of the tree are only mobility and survivability. So almost level 11, which is good. Really? I think I'm gonna lose one of my... Yep. Alright. Summon one back. There we go. Now we can go turn that quest in. That's level 11. So we now have this skill. So basically what that's saying is this thing hurls a huge bolt, and that did nothing. What the heck? Oh, never mind. This is the one where it costs Frost, but the more we cast it, the more expensive it gets, but the harder it hits. So... But like, start off with 47, 49, I'm out of energy. So that's the real issue is, you know, we're now getting a skill where we're going to have to bounce back and forth between... And basically what we want to do is just... And we can make a macro for this, it's not really that difficult. But once you start getting runic energy up, you just want to bounce between the two. So that, you know, you're getting the cleave while things are still alive, but you're also building runic energy and not just wasting it. Because runic energy is the foundation of half of our skills. We need one more bear. Okay. See the cast time on this, and like you get 6 seconds, and the cast time on this guy is not even 2 seconds. So as long as you're bouncing back and forth properly, you're actually building runic energy faster than you're spending it, roughly. That'll change when we get more skills that spend runic energy, and then we're going to be sitting there going, oh my god, I can't get enough runic energy for a while. Ooh. Foragers, yes, we need the foragers. Lurkers don't give us what we need. It's just the foragers, unfortunately. Need 2 more. There's 1. That should be the last one right here. Boom, there we go. Now off to the island. Okay. I want to do a challenge run on Area 52 with my friend, but I don't know if he would be up for it. Or not Area 52, sorry, Elune, because that's wild card. But essentially the challenge would just be the, I mean, it's not much of a challenge, but I'd like to, you know, the challenge would be that we couldn't re-roll our skills. Like, I started doing a challenge run like that ages ago. Because it's either that or I want him, like, I'm going to have to convince him to seriously buckle down and do 1 class for Elden Ring for us to stream. We started messing around playing melee only last night, and it was going really well. Like, I was super enjoying it. He was doing a dex build, I was doing a strength build, and the challenge there again is that we can only use what's listed in the kit. Part of the problem right now with this server, because I'm on the actual PTR server, is that there is still a beta week going on right now. So that server is going to be a lot fuller because they're implementing and testing some new stuff on that server before everything goes live. You do have access to all 21 classes. You have access to, I believe, trying to reach level 60, though the week is almost over, I think. So that might be a little more difficult, but I figured I would play this for a little bit before we go back to like doing Power World or something. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm enjoying Power World, but playing it on hardcore, man, is just like the fact that I'm having to watch every little thing that I do is just wearing on me, man. Like, I'm sure I could do it with very little effort if I pay attention to what I'm doing. homie. If you're wanting to out DPS me, you're gonna have to really focus up. And it looks like crit needs to be a focus for us. Spell crit. Because when this build crits, this build does some serious crit damage. Alright, leveled up. I'm sure that guy that is over here taking out enemies is not happy with us right now, because... Oh, there he is. There's the guy. There we go. That's all I needed. I don't know how many more he needed, but I'm already done. I completely forgot we had a lich form. Like, we could have been doing so much more damage. My gleaning is to... I'm getting close to 2.5 per quest when normally I just get silver. I'm not sure what they're referring to on there. I was gonna say, when did I ask, but they did recently fix quest giving a lot of gold like a week ago. My guess is it's like scaling money with level. I have no, I mean, it's possible. I haven't really paid too much attention to it because I don't really go with, I don't really pay much attention to it, you know?
Need help?
I'm not trying to make a ton of money on these characters.
Go with honor,
Once the
friend.
server goes live, that will change, but
Light
right now, no, not at all.
King's honor, friend.
Okay. And now we go... Bounty out Murlocs. I've already... Oh, no, he's got another quest for me? Oh, no. No, he doesn't. Alright. I'm just gonna go turn everything in. Alright, so we are level 12, which means we did get another point. Winds of Northrend. 20-second cooldown, 13 minutes. Summons a whirling blizzard. Increases... So, I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, we'll go with this first, and then we'll grab that. Glacial Runes. Increases maximum runic power by 20%. Bone Scrape. Siphons 20% maximum health from your active undead minions and grants you a damage absorption shield based on health siphoned for up to 8 seconds. Meh. Spell Haste. That's good. Glyph of Death. Damage dealt has a 10% chance to regenerate 2% max mana. Okay. Grime Step. Channel for up to 3 seconds, forcing yourself forward at a gradually increasing speed and rooting enemies you pass through for a short time. While this is active, you are protected from all physical attacks and spells. Ooh. I gotta go turn in these 2 quests. Okay, those quests are done. I'm also thinking about going back to ESO. Like I don't know if you guys have seen any of my Elder Scrolls content. I mean, it was a long time ago. But if I go back to it, my whole goal is to my whole goal on that game would be simply to show off builds that don't require you to have all the stupid fancy rings or bye buddy. You know, I want to show off builds that don't require the mythics, that don't require the raid gear and stuff like that, because there are people that play that game that don't care about getting into the raids and wasting time getting the stupid rings. You know what I mean? Because like there's 2 rings that if you're wanting to be the top DPSer or the top healer or the top tank or whatever, there's 2 rings you need. One for DPS tank and one for heals. They are what's called mythic items. You have to play a stupid little mini game and go waste 2 hours of your day doing that, which is perfectly fine. Like if you're one of those kinds of people that just like to go off and waste, I shouldn't say waste. If you're the kind of person who likes to go off and utilize your time in that way,
Well met.
then by all means, go do that. Like no one's stopping you from doing it. But
For the Alliance.
if you're the kind of person
Be careful.
that is more interested in having a good time and just goofing off and playing with friends, then absolutely, like, go do that. You know, you can be one of those people that has, you know, a super awesome farm spot for making gold in the game. Like I have a video that is probably still relevant today about how to make a lot of gold in Elder Scrolls Online. Just like my videos for how to make gold here on World of Warcraft are still relevant, you know. The biggest thing I can tell you to sell if you're doing retail WoW, classic WoW, or a modded version like this, people want their characters to look awesome. Period, end of story. They want their character to look awesome. And the easiest way for their character to look awesome, transmog. Best items to sell on any auction house in any game ever, transmoggable items that make their characters look awesome. So it's that straightforward. Like if you wanna be the next gagillionaire in World of Warcraft or Elder Scrolls Online or Final Fantasy or whatever game, if it has an auction house system, easiest way to make money in any of those games is to find the things people want to make their characters look like and sell those. I can't tell you how many times I've had people in guilds that I've been a part of where they'll go run, you know, level 5 dungeons, level 10 dungeons, whatever, because it's capable of giving them this epically awesome, you know, drop for a sword or a bow or a helmet or whatever. And because it has that drop chance, because it has that look and that high demand for stuff, people are willing to spend a little bit more money on it. So can you tell the tank for me, please? So, yeah. And like, here's what's crazy is, you know, talking about Elder Scrolls Online and the mythic rings. I have a healer that does not use the mythic ring, and any 5-man dungeon is not a challenge for my healer. And I'm not even wearing the best gear in the game. I'm not even wearing the gear that people say a healer of my caliber should be wearing. But here's the thing. I know my class. I know my build. I know precisely what my character is capable of doing, when and how it's capable of doing it. And because I know that stuff, my character outperforms healers using the same skills I'm using if they don't have better gear than me. There was a person who taught me that, and I apologize, I don't know his actual name.
Light bless
He
you.
was in a guild that we were a part of a long time ago. The I'm Sorry Requesting Guild here on World of Warcraft. And he was arguably one of the best mages in all of WoW. Like, I would put him up against any top tier rating guild's mage ever. And I say that because this man walked into a raid wearing greens and blues. Couple purples, couple best in slot pieces, but primarily greens and blues. Walked into the Lich King raid with us and out DPS'd our DPSers who were all in purples with enchants and gems and the whole 9 yards. And the reason he was able to do it was because he knew his class inside and out. He knew what stats he needed. He knew what enchants he needed. He knew what gems he needed. He was not one of those people that was like, oh, there's a couple green up arrows that say that this is better. Let me just put it on. He was like, no, I'll pass over, you know, a 20% raise in that stat because I know a 5% raise in this stat is better. And so, yeah, I mean, he dominated, and I talked to him at length about stuff. One of the people I still talk to, not on a regular basis, I wish we talked more, and that's partly my fault. She was arguably one of the best priests I knew in the game, and her goal was never to be a raider. Her goal was never to be the go-to person on how to be a priest healer. She could care less about doing that. She loved everything else about the game. In fact, when World of Warcraft came out with the battle pet system, she turned this game into Pokemon. Like, I'm not I'm not making that up at all. She turned it into freaking Pokemon. It was hilarious and it was fun because if there was a battle pet out there that you didn't have to buy from the in-game from the real world store, she had it. Didn't matter where it was or what you needed to do. She had the pet. She had a ton of them. Absolute metric ton of them. So yeah, I mean, she's also the first person in our guild to ever get the achievement for having more than 150 mounts. Now, I'm not saying she was the world first at having mounts above 150. I'm sure there were guilds out there that were way higher than us. But she was that person that was like, if there's a world boss that I can fight to get a battle pet or a mount, I'm doing it. If there is a fishing challenge that I have to be maxed fishing in order to get said battle pet or mount, I'm doing it. So yeah, she had mounts that most of our guild looked at and went, why? Like, what's the point? So luckily there's enough of these guys around that I can hopefully get ears completed with no real problem. There's 6. We need 2 more. One more. There we go, done. And then we go across the lake again, because we need 6 more of these dudes to give us bandanas. So, really? So easy to just go in here because there's like 4 that stand around the pillar, and then you just need 2 extra, and you're done with this class. If you're the only one out here doing it, let me put it that way. Dang, I missed a whole bunch of things. But see, like now there's a person out here attacking stuff, so. I have a feeling that is a, yeah, cultist. That's what I thought. For 6. We may have to wait for some respawns because of that cultist. Just need 1 more. And he didn't give us one. You turd. He's got one of the cool kitty cats. But yeah. It's one of the many things, you know. You just have to understand the characters. Any MMO is going to be like that, by the way. You know, take it from Final Fantasy to Diablo to World of Warcraft to, you know, Elder Scrolls Online. Any MMO that gives you the ability to put on gear that has a stat-based gear system, there will always be an opportunity for you to do more damage than someone else using the same skills, wearing the same gear level, so to speak, as you, because you understand the character better. So my biggest recommendation to anyone that's ever going to play a video game, doesn't matter what game it is, if you have the option to play multiple classes, multiple characters, don't pick one just because it said, you know, people on the internet told you it's the most powerful, or it's the highest damage, or it's the whatever. Play what's fun to you, period. Just, if you have fun with it. It's my biggest pet peeve when I see down here in the chat where people are going, hey, what's the best DPS class? Whichever one you connect to and have fun with. Or, you know, what's the best tank? The one that makes sense to you as a tank. What's the best healer? The one that makes sense to you as a healer. If you have fun doing it, that's all that matters. Anything else is pointless. Any other class you're never gonna have fun with. You're always gonna feel like you're struggling to get through.
Light bless you.
You know, it's like, yeah, I have to push myself to play, say, the Pyromancer or the Knight of Sarath, because for me, they feel slow.
Farewell.
Yet I might play with somebody that's like, oh my god, the Pyromancer is the greatest class in the world, because it makes sense to them. They don't make sense to me, man. But that's alright. Okay, let's go turn this quest in. I think my friend has bowling tonight, so I don't think he'll be on again today.
What can I do for you?
Or he's got classwork again today, too.
Go with honor, friend.
Manhunt. Way. Oh, this is just all turn-in quests now. Okay. In fact, let me... hello? There we go. Let me try and text him real quick like. You know, it's really funny that in this house I have you know, my stepdad. No, it's church tonight, not bowling. You know, my stepdad is a consultant for business people, and he's one of those kinds of people that he always has to be right about it, and it frustrates me. Like my biggest thing is I really want this YouTube channel to really work, so that I can look at it and be like, it works, you know. But the real problem that people have is they look at content creators like Mr. Beast or Mr. Llama or Dude Perfect or you know, like these channels that have been doing them for a decade or more, or have been in a similar industry for over a decade. And yeah, you've got some people that get super lucky and they make one video and it explodes and it does amazing, and you know, they get, you know, 1 million followers overnight. It's, you know, good. But the reality is this is hard, man. This is a challenge. Picking that up. Alright, we're almost level 15, so we can do dungeons. I'm gonna go run to... What? Wow. I've put in a lot of hours into this game. He's upstairs. I've never had somebody from the Horde side come over here and do this. He's a level 60. That right there should show you the real... Look at that. Dude just took on a 65 guard. Oh, there's another one. And watch how fast this guard's life goes down. Insane. But yeah, that's the first one I've seen actually do that, so that's interesting. Oop. Stormwind City. There we go, completed that achievement. I have to say though, between Horde and Alliance, Alliance is not my favorite class, or my favorite side of the fence, so to speak, to level. I feel that the Alliance classes, or races in general, take much longer to level than the Horde side.
What can I do? Safe travels.
Okay.
Hey there.
No, call board,
See you
so I
around.
don't care about that. Alright, so now we've got quests over here to go turn in. So it's easier if we just stick to the outside here until we can get into here. I was not paying attention, I was reading chat. There used to be, there we go, I was about to say, there used to be a little ledge lip there that, for whatever reason, your character was able to jump onto and then get up and out of there. But, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, man. I 100% agree. Like, we should have, with everybody else, like several other classes getting the ability to do walk on water, like we should also have the ability to walk on water.
How are you? See you soon.
Let's see here. I'm gonna click you. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Crazy. Frost DK or Frost Necromancer should have the ability to walk on water, and we might get it eventually. I just don't have it yet. All right, report to. I think we need to go to the Flight Master and go ahead and just head to Westfall at this point. Stormpike's delivery, nope, not doing that. Yeah, Westfall. Okay. We'll just go to the Flight Master. Wait. What's the funnest tank? So here's the thing, crazy. My answer to this is gonna sound like I'm just trying to blow people off, but I'm really not. The funnest one for me is the blood mage. Okay, just let me put that part out there. It's the funnest for me. I like the blood mage. It's the werewolf one. But for any class, whether you're looking for DPS, whether that's melee or ranged or a hybrid version, or you're looking for a tank or a healer, whatever you're looking for, if you were trying to find the funnest one to play, that's the one that you enjoy playing. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is the only way to go about figuring out what's fun for you. If you try to match what other people are telling you is fun, it doesn't matter. You will always wear yourself out trying to figure out what's fun. I would highly recommend playing all of them if you haven't. Figure out which one connects to you and you have fun playing, and play that one. Don't bother listening to what other people are going to tell you. But if I had the tank, which I've leveled the tank on here before, it is 100% the blood mage tank, because it has a lot of self-healing. It's basically a 2-button push tank. 1 button for single target, 1 button for
Go
AoE.
with honor, friend. Light bless you. For the Alliance.
Can I help you?
Accursed can't heal in vampire form, so I was thinking of Eternal Werewolf. Yeah, so I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, the accursed form for the blood mage cannot self-heal. It is a hybrid build. It's a mix between ranged and melee. It is a little difficult to understand, but once you get the mechanics down, it can be quite fun.
See you around.
But yeah, as far as tanking goes, out of all the tanks that I've attempted to play, and I've tried playing pretty much all of them, the blood mage tank has been the most fun to play because of how simple it is. You can leap around the battlefield, smacking people with your claws to gain health back. You can do howls to mitigate damage, and it's just, there's a lot you can do with that build, and it's fun. But in reality, it's a 2-button build. It's run in, hit 1 button to smack 1 target, or hit a different button to hit a bunch of targets. It's that simple. I turned off my fan and I'm still freezing in my room. So dumb.
Good day to you. Have a good one. See you around.
Yes, take me back to Stormwind. I hate these kinds of quests, but they are what they are. Turn on my space heater because I'm freezing to death in here. I was a set occurrence turns into a vampire and then can't even heal. Yeah, I was a little disappointed in that as well. Hopefully enough people complain about it to the modders that they go in and they fix it. That's my hope that they will. I doubt it ever does actually get fixed. Because it seems that they're pretty well set on it just being that way. So I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. I mean, if they need a idea of what a vampire can do, have them go play Elder Scrolls Online and build a vampire on there, and that will be like their cornerstone of, hey, this is what vampires do. Alright. Almost level 15. We really need to empty out our bag. We need to go find a vendor.
Hey there. Be careful. See you around.
Okay. So now, let's see. Now we go back to West Hall. This is why I hate these types of quests. Like, they are arguably some of the most annoying quests I've ever had. Is these stupid running back and forth bullcrap quests. Okay. But once we hit 15, we can start doing dungeons. Dungeons will level us a lot faster. That's really all I'm trying to focus on right now, is getting to 15. Now, one thing I will say about the Necromancer in this game is, depending on what you're trying to do,
Greetings.
will determine the type of
Be careful.
like build that you want to go with. And what I mean by that is, if we were doing mana storms, we would be going as the death mage or whatever it's called. Yeah, death. Because this thing can spread disease everywhere stupid fast. Hey, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that, Crazy. But yeah, if we were doing mana storms, we would want to go with death, because once you get up to about level 20-ish, you can spread your diseases so fast that even though you're not doing a lot of single target damage, you're doing so much AoE damage that you're going to be top tier DPS pretty much forever if you're doing group mana storms. As far as 5-man dungeons, raiding, bosses, the Frost is probably one of the best because of how hard Frost can hit. This build is insanely powerful as it gets bigger. We've already leveled one to 60 before, and I foolishly deleted it because I didn't know I could deactivate characters. So now we're trying to re-level one. So I figured since I was going to re-level it, we would do it on the Alliance side. But, yeah. I don't know if you saw, Crazy, but I did do a tier list not long ago of all of the classes. Because I've officially played all of the classes at least to level 10.
You need something?
So if you are curious about my point of view on any of the classes, there is a tier list out that I did for all of them. So last night our tank disconnected and we had 2 necros and we were able to just heal their abominations. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I wish all of the classes had access to more summons and not just the animator build.
Well met.
But I mean, it is what it is, unfortunately. Let's see. Anything over there sparkly? No. No world loot drops there? Okay. Make sure you have access to your recovery menu on your account in case you need to. Some of their auto broadcasts make no sense. Alright, let's summon up our boys. Make sure we have you out. Doggo. Doggo, why are you floating? There we go. What's your main there, Crazy? What class do you play? Oh no, I got roped. Cause like I am curious as to know like what. Because you just said that you guys were, I mean, I don't know if you guys were doing a raid or a 5-man last night, but I am kind of curious as to know like what you play when you're playing. Blood Mage Caster, but I might try a Cultist. I just need to try them all. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I've focused on is playing all the classes, but that's why I'm not, by no stretch of the imagination do I want to make it sound like I'm the absolute authority on any of these classes. My friend will tell you that a cultist is the greatest class to ever exist, basically. He absolutely loves the occultist for healing, for tanking, for DPS, you name it. He thinks it's the greatest ever. I actually have a favorite depending on what it is I'm trying to do. You know, for ranged magical damage, I like the Fellsworn. That's my guy. For ranged physical damage, I like the archery ranger. Bam, level 15. Okay. All right. We want to grab, let's see. Chill the bones of an enemy and up to 2 nearby enemies, dealing 117 frost damage, freezing them in place for 4 seconds. We may grab that first. Increases duration of aggression by 1 second and the damage of Ice Barrage by 5. So that pulls Ice Barrage now up to 10% per stack, which is good. Crown's Call. Command spells now reduce the cost of your next Ice Barrage by 100% for 8 seconds? Yes, please. Yeah, we're going to go with that first. Then we'll jump back over here and we'll grab Bone Freeze. And then we'll jump over here and grab the 2 points of Glacial Lord, I think, is what we'll do. Alright, let's queue for a dungeon as well. We are DPS. Find us a group. That'd be nice if I had seen anybody doing Mana Storm groups, because we would have leveled super fast doing those. Especially if they have somebody with Aura in the group. least that gives me one free cast of let's see, I need trapper. I still need a ton of trappers. Jeez. Yeah. Okay, chopper, good. So we need 3 more of everybody. I need 3 more trappers and 3 more smugglers. Looks like there's more this way. Smuggler, trapper, smuggler. Alright. Got plenty of everybody. Missing, jeez. I didn't need the smuggler, but it is practice and XP. There we go. We need 2 more trappers. There's a trapper. One more trapper. Come on. Alright, we'll go back to our first spot and see if they've started to respawn yet. And we need this dang dungeon to pop. That's what we need! Ooh, that's a rare. And it's question mark, question mark. So... not gonna fight that. There we go. All I needed was this guy right here. And I think while we wait for dungeons, I may go work on herbalism. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. What do you, Crazy, if you're still there, what do you think about professions, man? Like, what are your thoughts on how the professions work for the way this server is set up?
Need help? Or the Alliance?
Because, like, me personally, I think professions are a good thing. They are definitely a way to help get XP if you are trying to level.
Be Careful.
The thing I like the most is the fact that I really need to empty this inventory. The thing I like the most on the whole thing. Oh, I know where the vendors are. I'm like looking for a vendor. Is the fact that they've made the auction house to where it's for both sides. It's no longer just you've got one for the Horde, one for the Alliance, but you're also leveling the profession faster in this one versus retail WoW, because actually instead of doing it, we're gonna do cloth. We'll do cloth and enchanting just for giggles. I can hopefully buy the stuff that I need. Actually, no. I'll just worry about. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do leatherwork or
Light bless you.
Ooh, why did? Don't walk away from me. I'm trying to sell to you, bro. I'm gonna do leatherworking, or not leatherworking. I'm gonna do tailoring, which means I gotta keep that. Tailoring and that's it. That's the only profession I want to worry about. Okay, there's that. I don't need you.
Go with honor, friend.
Let's pop this book. Let's pick up Taylor. Okay. Then we go over here to tailoring. We're gonna put that down here. Yo! Let's go! And we go to this farm. Thank you. How am I stunned? Woof, okay. Now that I can see and I've got all my stuff out. Come on. Wow. We're the lowest level here. I don't know who our tank is. Okay, I figured out who the tank is. Now the real trick is I'm gonna have to really figure out this build because they've changed a lot since the last time we were playing a Necro. So, because when we played the Necro the very first time and leveled it up, the class, or one of the nodes that you could get at the end, the capstones, was Lich form, and it was a temporary buff. Should tell you how long ago it was. I mean, it's nice to ask him if he likes the Reaper tank, but at the same time, it's like he's level 25. We just hit level 16. I'm gonna go with spell haste. Not having an issue with mana or yet. We're doing terrible, but we're also the lowest level in here, so I'm not worried about it. Come on. No, we didn't do bad on that one, damage-wise. But I also did a ton of ice barrages. See? So I think ice barrage is honestly going to be the way to go. I think Ice Barrage so far is going to be the skill we focus on. Yeah. That's weird, man. also need stuff that's going to make us more AoE susceptible too. Now I know we don't get a lot of that until much later, but look, ball. We're yeah, 17. Not quite a huge jump in levels, but decently because you don't have headgear. Alright, leave Dungy. But yeah, I think Ice Barrage is going to be our skill. I think. I have no idea what they're talking about. But yeah. Okay.
What are you looking for?
Sell you. Keep the mage weave. Sell that.
For the Alliance.
Click this. I need intellect. Allows the bear to see into the ghost world while in Shadow Moon Valley. What? Shadow Moon Valley. Shadow Moon. That's the... Isn't that here? Shadow Moon. Where am I thinking? Ghostlands. Well, it's on this continent. Shadow Moon. Right? No? There. Okay. I was like, bruh, I know this territory. Like, why is my brain drawing a blank? Um, 1000% going with that one. There was Ice Quake. Impale up to 8 enemies within 40 affected by Death Chill for 142 frost damage. We got to make sure that they're affected by Frost Chill first. And Frost Chill... It's a passive, most likely. Transforms into a frost lich, causing frost damage dealt at a 60% death chill, dealing 16 frost damage, stacking 10 times for 15 seconds. At 10 stacks death chill, they are consumed, and you deal an additional 30 frost damage to the enemy and regenerate 77 mana. Okay. So yeah, again, it's a passive. Okay, we don't need that. That's fine.
See you later.
Oop. Let's do some crafting real quick. What? Yeah, okay, I'm not repeating that. All right. So we got all the way up to level 52. We're not picking up woodworking. Here, just to make that go away. No, it should be all gone. Yeah. And I tell you what, watch this.
Greetings.
Nope, not you.
I supply only the finest goods.
Not you either.
Looking for something specific?
Here.
Safe travels.
Do you
How are
sell
you?
the prerequisite stuff for enchanting? No?
Have a good one.
Alright. Then I go back into here. Those are upgrades. Linen bags can't be disenchanted. You're green, so we're going to make all of you. Create all. And then see how this pops up? We're just going to disenchant all of them. $67, 70, 73, 76, 79. It'd be nice if I could just click it one time and it would just keep going through and destroying each one. I get why it doesn't do that, but it would be nice. Wow, really? Every one of these is just going to give me a strange dust? Okay. Enchant real quick. Yeah, I needed one lesser magic essence. Click the book. So, fine thread now. And then we just need to make more bolts of linen. Or find out where we can get wool at real cheap. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's say we want to make Ice Barrage better. Whoo! That has a lot of skill ups. Okay. So this increases Ice Barrage. This increases the duration of Glacial Shift and the damage of Ice Barrage. Okay. Refreshing Chill. Damage dealt by undead minions and Ice Barrage now have a 10% chance to reset the cooldown of Arctic Blast and make the next cast within 8 seconds instant. Okay, Arctic Blast. So that boosts that and gives it the probability of being instant cast. That's good. Okay. Bone Freeze no longer roots enemies, but Ice Barrage now increases damage to targets take from Bone Freeze by 5%, stacking 5 times. Or Bone Freeze now applies Death Chill and generates 40 runic power. I like this one better if we're trying to do Ice Barrage damage. Lich Frost now increases damage of Ice Barrage by 5%, stacking 5 times. Increases critical strike chance of Lich Frost and Ice Barrage by 4%. Each Grave Mage now increases the critical strike chance of Ice Barrage and Ice Quake by 3%. Arctic Blast, no. Arctic Blast now applies Heart Chill. Damage dealt by Lich Frost and Ice Barrage on enemies affected by Heart Chill now deal an additional 80 shadow damage. Heart Chill. Chill an enemy's heart, reducing healing received by 30% for 8 seconds. That's more of a PvP skill, but it still works. Like, it's still usable for what we're trying to do. Just turn that off then. Oh. Finally got warm in my room. So, So, yep. Now, as far as capstones go, we have Master Lich. Frozen Soul now increases enemy damage taken by an additional 5%. Frozen Soul. I'm not seeing Frozen Soul, but okay. Or you have Soul Freeze, now chains to 3 additional enemies, but has a 5-second cooldown. Transforms Cryptswarm into Soul Freeze. Soul Freeze. Channel a beam of frost. This used to be way up here, and actually I believe it used to be on this side. Each tick applies Frozen Soul, which increases the damage of your Lich Frost, Arctic Blast, or Bone Freeze within 10 seconds against the target by 5%, stacking 10 times. Frozen Soul now increases enemy damage taken by... Okay, got it. Shattered Dreams reduces the cost and cooldown of Ice Quake by 50%. Ice Quake is the Impale, and it makes it 4%. Or 4-second cooldown. And... what, 17 runic power? Yeah, 17 runic power for that. It's not bad, honestly. Frostworm. Summon a Frostworm at the target location. It blasts enemy in a 20-yard radius, dealing 91 frost damage, and then repeats every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. That Frost Mage that we saw just a little while ago, the Frost Necro we saw a little while ago, had that. Critical thinking increases frost spell damage by 35% of your spell critical strike rating. I love that. Glacial impact calls down icy boulders from the sky onto a frozen enemy, dealing 1,000. But they got to be frozen. That's the critical thing. So this would only be usable if you can actually freeze somebody in place. 2 of them and up to 8 enemies within 5 yards. Each additional target struck takes 12% less damage. Damage of this ability is increased by your critical strike rating. Guaranteed to critically strike. Yeah, no. That's the best capstone we have. Honestly. Shard of True Ice. Reduces the cooldown of Arctic Blast by 5 seconds and causes it to deal additional 20% more damage per target hit. Arctic Blast. Wait, what does that mean? Okay, hold on. So, Ice Barrage and Arctic. Right, am I spelling that wrong? Oh, Arct. Got it. Okay, so then we have Ice Barrage now deals 10%. Let's see, Refreshing Chill. Damage dealt by undead minions and Ice Barrage now have a 10% chance to reduce the cooldown of Arctic Blast and make the next one next cast within 8 seconds instant. Love it. Deals 39 frost every once in a damage dealt counts as a bleed effect. Okay. Increasing critical damage of Arctic Blast by 10% and causes it to generate 10% more missing renewed power. Arctic Blast now hits up to 3 enemies. That's good. Arctic Blast now applies Heart Chill. So if we don't go with the Heart Chill, we could go with Frigid Winds and be able to hit more targets. Okay. Transforms Ghoulify to Glaciate. Unleash an Icy Curse at a frozen target. Yeah, see? See, that's a good skill right there. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is if we buff both of these, we're going to be picking up similar talent points to get to critical thinking. Like, I can just go straight down this line here and grab that, right? Because Arctic Blast needs these 2 nodes, these 3 nodes, and I'm going to go with that one instead of this one, right? And then we go back to Ice Barrage. And we just need to pick up 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here. And we're golden. So, yeah, we can go down this side here and then pick up the ones that we need over here. And we'll actually boost 2 skills for the price of 1, essentially. So, yeah. Yep. I think that's what we'll do. Since we kind of went over that tree, let's just look over here real quick. Grave Mage. Let's just see if there's anything that boosts the Grave Mage, right? Grave Mage. Like, we're already picking that one up. I mean, that one would be a good one to pick up. Simply because if we use Command Archer enough times, we just get a free command Okay. Lich Frost now increases the magic damage taken by your enemies. Okay. Increases magic damage. Maximum health of your summons. Make your election. Okay, now Unholy Champion. Summon an Unholy Champion that will redirect one harmful spell from the caster to itself, and then 40% of all damage the caster takes into themselves for 10 seconds. Nah. Direct damage spells now generate 5 runic power. Damage dealt by undead minions has a 20% chance to restore 2 runic power and 3 missing mana to you. Scourgebringer reduces the cooldown of skeletal archers and command. Okay. Or skeletal warriors, not archers. So this one wouldn't help us for what we're trying to do. Necropolis. Summon a replica Necropolis at your location for 1 minute, which you can activate Return Necropolis to return to every 30 seconds. Hold up. Which means you can only return to it twice. And that's if you click it right at that 30-second mark. Increases duration of Holy Champion and Bone Scrape. Sacrifice Undead now heals you for 4%. Vampiric Aura. While below 50% health, your undead minions heal you for 8% of their total damage dealt. Game of Bones. When Phylactery activates, you root enemies in a 10-yard radius for 4 seconds, dealing 379 shadow damage to them. In addition to the reagent cost of Phylactery is removed. I don't know what the frick Phylactery is. Study of Death. Decaying Colossus. Curse of the North. I like this one better. Reduces the cooldown of Chill of the Grave by 30 seconds and increases enemies affected by winds of Northrend have their frost resistance reduced by 50%. That's this one right here. Winds of Northwind. Summon a whirling blizzard to deal 46 frost damage. Yada 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 yada. It's this guy right here. And then right above that is Chill of the Grave. So it's a 2-minute cooldown, which is terrible, but creates 3 Winds of Northrend in a line in front of you. Okay. Teaches ranked and commanding. Decaying Colossus. Raises a Decaying Colossus to AV in combat, occupying 2 life force. Decaying Colossus will swing their weapon, dealing 114 shadow damage to up to 5 nearby enemies. Command your unit to stomp the ground, dealing 332 physical damage and knocking enemies up into the air. Run with the Horde. Each of your summons now increases your movement speed by 3% up to a maximum of 15%. Dead Man Walking. No. Life for Power. Death Runes. There's like nothing really over here that benefits me, honestly. Like there's some that are cool, but none that are just like standing out as like this is a skill you need. See, this is the point I was making earlier. This tree could disappear and your DPS would be fine. Like I don't know. Sometimes. I don't truly understand it. Actually, I'm just gonna waste time doing all this. Cause like, I don't know where to get wool yet. I'm gonna have to look that up. But we get wool, and then we can start upgrading this even more. But until then, like I could do I could do some of these capes. I'm basically just trying to make stuff so I can break it down. I can go get some fine thread. I can go buy that from what's-her-face over there. Ugh. Now, I will say, for me, honestly, as of right now, the way they've redone the Necromancer, I'm not a huge fan of the Necromancer. Just putting that out there. It seems to do a lot less damage than it did the first time we played it. So, I mean, there is that. But yes, I mean, it still is a good class. I'm not saying that it's not. But compared to when we first leveled this thing to 60, before several patches have come out, like we were doing really, really good damage, even at low level. And now we're struggling to get that damage out. Let's see. This only takes one. Yeah, we'll just do these. And then we can break them all down. Got all the way up to tailoring 100 because of that. Please give me something other than freaking strange dust. Like, I know. Okay, good. Whew. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No lag. Thank you. Alright, so we've got chest of minor health. Like, I don't really need to sit here and do all this, but I'll at least do these two. Bracers. Give myself a little bit more health. Okay, then I'll play with that later. Do this. There we go. Alright, so we've got 8 minutes, it looks like. 8 minutes to...
Good day to you.
Either get into another dungeon. We'll finish the dungeon if we can get into it. Or 8 minutes to work on quests. So I'm actually going to go walk, take my happy butt way back up here so that we can start the quest the right way. Earlier I was just trying to hit 15. Now I'm actually trying to do the quests. Okay. Level 19 Ranger. So I'm thinking when we hit the 2-hour mark, we should pick a different class and see how far we can get it to 2 hours for that one too. Because it's going to be a while before my friend Evan can play. And I'm not sure if he'll be in the mood to stream with me later. So I don't know what character we should see how far we can get in 2 hours on. I think we should do a melee character. Either melee or heals, because I haven't done really either of those on stream except for getting to level 10. Or should I continue playing the Pyromancer? I don't know. See, this is the trick. This is the trick, you know.
Hey there.
What should we
Hello.
try and level
Have a
next?
good one. See you later.
Handful of oats. You can actually get all of the oats from this next little area over. Oh, I was not paying attention. Oh, there we go. But these handful of oats, you can actually get them from these harvest golems that are up a little ways. They'll drop them. Okay, I was only coming in here because I wanted to grab this world lootable. Before I break it down, it is a +3 intellect trinket with improved hit rating. Oh no, this is an offhand weapon, not a trinket. Never mind. So you just carry around a potion bottle. Four of 8. Yo, am I crazy or is there like sparklies on the... Yeah, see, I'm not crazy. Look at that. Okay. Whatever. I have no idea. Alright, 3 minutes. And then we will go figure out a different class to start. No. I know it's okra that these goofballs drop, not oats. That's on me. I mean, we could go back to the barbarian. We were having fun with the barbarian too. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at it and figure out what I want to do. I don't know. There's a thing inside this house, and I want it. It's another world lootable. Okay. Westfall Stew is complete. I'm actually gonna run, turn those in, and then we'll drop down and turn those in. Get to the this way. Yeah, this way. Like we may take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna turn in these quests real quick because I've got these 4 quests that need to be turned in. So we're gonna turn those in, and then I'll take like a 30-minute break to figure out what exactly it is I want to do. I may try to download ESO and try and play that a little bit and see what's all changed over there.
How are you?
But
Safe travels.
I don't know.
Have a good one.
Alright, so started at level 10. In 2 hours, we made it to level 18. So, not that great of a run. Maximum runic power by 20. Chill up to 3 seconds, forcing yourself forward. We're not having a mana issue right now, so we'll just go with... We'll go with more runic energy then. But we'll go turn in the stew quest. Turn to the Lakeshire and the Redridge Mount. Oh, that's Redridge. Bye. I'm not going to Redridge.
Can I help you?
Westfall Stew. Thank
Safe
you.
travels.
Then we're also going to pick up
Be
the other
careful.
cooking cooking quests, rather.
Have a good one.
Because why not? We're here. And we'll grab this one.
Greetings. Light bless you.
And then we're going to go run over and resto. Took you, leave you. And that's the other thing too. Like I would like to, when I first started this channel, and this was years ago, when I first started this channel, my primary thing was I was trying to show the differences between World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, and Final Fantasy XIV. And at the end of those series of videos, the thing that I figured out, discovered, uncovered, whatever you want to call it, the thing that stood out the most for me is 2 points. Number one, when it comes to classes and wanting to be able to play different play styles and try out different things, Final Fantasy XIV takes the cake. They allow you to literally be every class, every job, every whatever in that game forever on one character. You do not need mules. You do not... Ooh, world loot. You do not need... you don't need things like that, right? Travel sack. It's a level 10 slotted bag. Not bad. Where I think ESO is better than the other two is the fact that it is not a pay to win, or it's not a pay to play game. You buy the game once and you never have to spend a dime on it again if you don't want to. There are things that you can get. They are purely cosmetic in the store that they have. They're 1000% just cosmetic. There's nothing you could buy that will make you ever better than any other player. There are some things that will make it easier for you to, say, level up or do things like that. But there's no items, there's no potions, there's no spells, there's nothing in the store that will make you better. It's the same thing with Final Fantasy. There's nothing you can buy in that store. And World of Warcraft have finally kind of did that. You used to be able to buy things in the store that, in theory, could make you a little bit better for a while. Thankfully, that all changed. But the biggest component Blizzard ever had was the real-world auction house for Diablo. It's a terrible idea. I'm glad they got rid of that pretty quickly. But with ESO and Let's see. We're at 2 hours. That's fine. I'm gonna exit game real quick and get ESO to start downloading real fast. The two main things is, number one, Final Fantasy is the better of the three in terms of character progression, because you can be whatever you want on one character, whereas World of Warcraft and ESO require you to let's see, game options, updating. Yeah, that's fine. It's gonna make it look like it's gonna go really, really fast, because I was already like to here when I was downloading it the other day. But let's go back into here while that's downloading. But yeah, so ESO has this unique ability to where you can literally play however you want in ESO. It does not matter in the slide. I said play. Okay, I know you say that there's another version of it running, but load. When you're trying to do things. That's actually leveling pretty up there, 17%. We'll see. I probably won't be able to play it tonight, but starting tomorrow we might be able to play a little bit of it. But yeah, so Final Fantasy has the cake where it comes in with all the classes. ESO beats the other two in not needing a monthly subscription, unless you want to pay a monthly subscription simply to get like a bigger bag for like if you want a bigger bag for your crafting stuff, you can get in-game currency by paying a monthly subscription. Let's see, what do we want to try? Built 1 to 60, it's fun class. Built 1 to 60 as a healer, pretty interesting class. Built 1 to 60 and then deleted it, and we're having to go back and redo it. Built 1 to 60. Built 1 to 60. Played until level 10 for pretty much everything down here except for Stormbringer. We got to level 40. Guardian we played to level 10. Was not a fan just because of the shield utilization of that. My problem with Rune Master, Knight of Zaroth, and Pyromancer is how slow they feel getting leveled up. Reaper's also kind of slow. Or no, not Reaper. Sorry. Blood Mage feels really slow getting to level 10 because you don't really get any skills until you hit level 10. I want a melee class, so that gives us Starcaller, Cultist, Reaper, Primalist, Knight of Zaroth, Templar. Guardian, obviously. Barbarian. Tinker does have a melee build that we really never tried. Venomancer does also have a melee one. Should we go? Let's see, I did play a Barbarian. We played it for a while. We played the Brutality. It was a lot of fun. Did a lot of damage. stagger damage and master the art of weaving in and out of combat while protecting your allies from harm. Eliminate enemies in a flurry of swift strikes while utilizing powerful combos. So this is combo-based combat, which is very similar to the Fellsworn. Well, you know, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait and see if ESO downloads, and then we'll play a little bit of that tonight, if it does. If not, then when Devin can get on, we'll figure out what we'll play from there. But we'll go ahead and call it a break for now, and we'll see how it goes. So I will catch you guys in a little while. If you really like this content, please, please, please let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know what class you think we should be playing. Or what you think I'd like to hear what your class is, your main class. So just let me know. But I'm going to take like a 30-minute break. Yeah, we'll come back at 8:30. And we'll either be playing more of this, or we will be playing ESO if it's finished downloading. So I will catch you guys in a little while. Peace out, heroes.